The International Fire and Security Exhibition and Conference, known as IFSEC, is held annually at the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham. It's one of the largest exhibitions of its kind and attracts everyone who's anyone in the security industry from every corner of the globe. All the major companies who are involved in security products and services exhibit at the show, with many of the leading players being household names. There's also one company that, whilst not having the same public profile, is just as well known in the security industry worldwide as are Panasonic and Sony. That company is Dedicated Micros. It's played a significant part in the growth of the security industry in recent years. Dedicated Micros was started 15 years ago by a small number of people, led by their founder and still chief executive, Mike Newton. The company started life in Manchester in northern England, and that's where the group head office is still based. They also manufacture in Malta and sell products which control and supplement closed-circuit television installations. Indeed, their products are to be found at the heart of any CCTV system. They produce and market a range of products known as multiplexers under their branded names of Uniplex and Sprite. Dedicated Micros pioneered the technology for these products, which established themselves as industry standards worldwide. David Sprott, the group's operations director, explains some of the philosophies the group has adopted, which has allowed it to maintain its position as market leader. David, you've been with Dedicated Micros throughout the 90s. How do you think the company's changed during this time?
Well, any enterprise that's expanded as rapidly as we have during this period faces a number of challenges. We've certainly introduced many procedures and internal controls in the 90s, and the achievement of the ISO accreditations, Investors in People Award and so on has focused us on ensuring we run the business effectively and efficiently as opposed to the business running us. We've always been very well known for our top quality products, but this is also supplemented by both pre- and post-sales service and support to our customers. This means the customer does get a unique package from DM, which they can't get from any other manufacturer.
It seems Dedicated Micros are becoming very well known. You seem to have been in the papers several times in the last 12 months.
Yes, well, with our track record, we've been prominent in several business awards and surveys recently. They're very nice to achieve, both for the group generally and just as importantly for everyone who works for DM.
And there's nothing wrong with a little bit of free publicity.
Certainly there is that too.
Trade exhibitions like IFSEC are clearly expensive exercises for all the companies who decide to exhibit. We spoke to Steve Bannister, Dedicated Micros UK Managing Director, about the exhibition and what it means to Dedicated Micros.
Well, globally, the IFSEC show is one of the largest in the world. All the major players in the security industry are here. Being one of those players, it gives us the ideal opportunity to display both our new and existing products and give a flavour of DM. We've got a large range of products, larger than any of our competitors, and this is the ideal platform to demonstrate all our features and benefits, and ultimately why you should buy DM equipment.
Thank you, Steve. Dedicated Micros products keep them at the forefront of the security industry. John Elliott is DM's technical controller, and he's responsible for all the new product development for the group. John, to what would you attribute Dedicated Micros' extraordinary success in being able to produce world-beating products so consistently?
Well, first and foremost, we listen to what our customer asks. Then we apply the talents of a very experienced group of people to interpret those requirements and in many cases add to them. So ultimately, the customer gets a product which contains the latest high technology with a price-performance ratio unequaled by any of our competitors.
The IFSEC show is obviously something of a showcase for new products. Tell us about some of these products here today.
Well, where shall I start? Well, telemetry has been introduced on our new Sprite range of products for the first time. And in addition to this, a feature that we are calling eSupport. Now, eSupport will allow an installer to configure the machine and fault find any problems without having to visit the site. You can use a conventional telephone line connection. This can save the installer a considerable amount in time and money by not having to visit the site to set up the machine and fault find any problems. He can dial the site from his office.
Doesn't this make the machines more expensive?
No, not at all. Back to the price-performance ratio, another first for dedicated micros. In addition to this, we are launching the new Unicord Max. This is the first fully functional digital multiplexer recorder which can record a full day's images from up to 16 cameras onto a cassette, much like this. We will soon be able to say goodbye to the conventional time-lapse recorder.
Dedicated Micros is a company that seems to be taking on the world in its chosen marketplace and is winning. So what are the next 15 years? We spoke to Mike Newton. How's the IFSEC exhibition going for you this year?
As the technology leaders, it's always a risk when we come to a new exhibition that someone will have thought of an innovation that means that we no longer have our lead. We're very, very pleased at this exhibition that not only have we maintained our lead, but we've in fact been able to extend it significantly with the new product ideas that we've shown here.
I see you're celebrating 15 years in the business. Are you going to be able to continue coming up with the ideas which will keep you up there as market leaders?
Absolutely. This has been a very important exhibition for me personally. It's the first exhibition where the product development has been led by John Elliott, our Group Technical Controller, rather than by myself. He has more than adequately shown with the products that have had such an excellent reception that we have a good team that will continue to develop good ideas into the foreseeable future.